everyone, and welcome to Topic Time with Harrison Young. It's hard to believe. I just want to say I'm delighted here at Area 58. I've just had my third anniversary here, which actually 3 years ago was my 59th birthday. And I had my 62nd the other day, and it could have been better, but I'm okay now, and I'm very happy to be here today, and we have an awesome show for you. Have an awesome afternoon, beautiful weather, and a great guest. But before we get to him, I've got to read these wonderful underwriters, and then we will proceed as usual. So we got Pacini's Pizza in Middleborough, they deliver. We got Salon Giovanni in Marshfield. We got AdvancedAutoCar.com in Rockland, been a while, but they're still there. We got Crazy Axes Recreation Center in Hanover. We got Madigan Land Surveying LLC in Middleborough. We got Genuine's Inspection in Middleborough. We got Barnacote Monuments in Middleborough. We got Tom Auto in Middleborough. We got Vape Solutions in East Bridgewater. We got Carver Jewelers Incorporated, Ronald R. and Lyle A. Delano Goldsmiths right here in the building. We got Fiesta Shara, a family Mexican restaurant down the road here in Carver. We got New England Floorscapes in Middleborough. We got Manny's Auto Repair in Taunton. We got the Cornerstone Barbershop in Pembroke. We got Brian's Auto and Tire Service in Middleborough. We got DNS Auto Works in Abington, right here on Route 58. And we got the Gun Runner LLC in Middleborough, dedicated to your Second Amendment rights. I want to thank you guys very much. And on that note, I'll just introduce this young man here. He goes by Stoop, the rapper, or just Stoop if you prefer. He says he does. He's got a cool mohawk, nice chain necklace. He's a casual rapper. He was introduced to me by one Liz Bishop, a wonderful actress I had on the show in Easton about 6 weeks ago. So Stoop, his real name is Chris Carey. I hope you don't mind me mentioning that. That's the name you gave me.
I gotta go. No one's supposed to know my name. Oh no.
Well, if I didn't know your name, I wouldn't have found you in the first place.
That's fine.
All right. I figured you were okay with it.
Yeah.
Well, I want to thank you for coming in and definitely being early or on time. I'll take either one. It was great.
And if you're not early, you're late. That's what they say.
Well, I mean, it's true. But you make sure you were neither.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, I mean, like every guest I interview, I profile you. I find out what you were like as a kid. You don't look too old. You look like you're into the casual scene, whatever that is. So you're a rapper. Tell me about that. How did you start that as a kid? Did you start that as a young kid? Tell me about where you grew up and what that was like and how it led to what you're doing now. If I have any questions, I'll fling them over there. Go ahead.
Sure. First of all, thank you for having me, Harrison. I appreciate
thank
it.
you.
Hi,
Okay.
Liz. Thanks for the recommendation.
Okay.
So the rapper thing. Yeah, the rapping thing kind of happened by accident.
Everything happens for a reason, but go on.
Yeah. So I grew up in the mean streets of Belmont, Mass.
Oh, that's a beautiful town.
Down the street from Mitt Romney. So that's why I ironically say mean streets. It's not really.
Yep.
You know, I didn't plan on being a rapper. Let's put it that way.
All right.
So I went off to college, and I had a roommate who was a rapper.
What college?
Fitchburg State.
Got it.
So I had a roommate who was a rapper.
Okay.
And I liked the music. I just never planned on doing it myself. Kanye and Eminem and Jay-Z, all these guys, you may know some of those names. But
I know all of them.
Okay.
Yep.
So we started messing around, just having some fun with it. It was a joke at first, to be honest.
All right.
And what I always like to say is I kind of accidentally got pretty good at it.
All right.
So he flunked out after a semester, so I had to do it on my own. It was something that I only planned on doing with him. And after he, moved on.
Well, wait a minute. Let's back up a little bit.
Yeah,
First of all, he flunked out of Fitchburg State.
Yeah, which is hard to do. I know.
Well, I don't know anything about that. What I'm getting at is, did you actually have? So you had to pay the rent for your room by yourself? Is that it?
It was a dorm. The first couple of years I was in a dorm, so we went from 3 to 2. It was actually kind of nice to have the extra space.
I believe it. Okay. Yeah. All right. So go on. So he flunked out and you.
So I had to make a
you had the
decision.
dream
Do I
anyway.
want to stop doing it or do I want to keep doing it? And
Right.
it was fun, so I kept doing it.
Okay.
And after I kept doing it on my own, I started to move into more serious, like dramatic type music. Still rap because, to be honest, I wasn't a great singer.
Okay.
And I say wasn't because I'm getting a little better now, which I'll get to.
Okay.
I've always liked singing more, but I didn't have the voice for it, so I kind of had to rap. And I went from kind of doing it as a joke or maybe making some sports remixes for views to more dramatic music. I like to tell stories. I like to write, basically.
Cool.
So it's almost poetry to music, you know what I mean? So
Yep.
I really liked that, and over the years I would just do it here and there, and like I said, I accidentally got pretty good at it.
All right, let's talk a little more about.
Yep.
Let's elaborate on what you mean by you like to write. You like to now. Do you base this stuff on your own life experiences, basically?
Yeah, I would say based on a lot of it. I have to stretch the truth or
that's fine.
Add or subtract some things.
Yep.
I have had a blessed life. I got a great family and all that, so there's not a lot of drama in my life. I've never been into drugs or anything exciting for the rap
Some
music
people think
industry.
it's better if you have. Look at the life Eminem led at the beginning.
Of course, yeah. No, I bet I'd have a lot more better material if
Well,
I had.
no, the fact that you can do it without all the drama is even better.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
You don't have
Appreciate
pockmarks in your arms or anything.
it. Yeah, right,
Or
right,
whatever.
right. No, I never was into the drugs
Just some
thing.
tattoos, I guess.
Yeah, just a few tattoos.
Okay.
So yeah, I just I started doing that, and I've always wanted to be a singer. So recently, I started working with a singing coach, and I've been doing a lot more singing as well. So
Okay.
you know, I do go by Stoop the Rapper, but I said,
How'd you come up with that name?
so in college when we started messing around, my roommate and I, I'm so old that I'm 33, so.
Really?
Old man that I am, I used to have AOL Instant Messenger, you may remember.
I do.
American Online. So my screen name at the time was it was Stoop Kid. It was an old cartoon, Hey Arnold on Nickelodeon.
Okay.
If
I used to
you know.
watch Nickelodeon. I don't remember that one. But...
So there was a character called Stoop Kid, and for whatever reason, that was
Yeah.
my screen name. So
Cool.
when I said, hey, what am I going to call myself? He goes, just use your screen name. I go, I guess I'm Stoop Kid.
Cool.
So everyone just got used to that and started calling me Stoop. And I said, I kind of just like Stoop. So I dropped the Kid. I went by just Stoop. And then, just for like, obviously at Stoop on everything is taken because it's a regular word. So I came up with Stoop the Rapper. There's a good rapper named Chance the Rapper. So I kind of
I know what Chance the
Oh,
Rapper
okay.
is.
So I kind of took his idea, like I'll just be Stoop the Rapper. So
Okay.
everything, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, all that, I'm always at Stoop the Rapper. But I'm really Stoop is my musician name.
And one question about college. Did you graduate? And if so, what did you major in?
Yeah, business marketing.
Okay.
I did the 5-year plan.
5 years. Oh, so you were there for 5 years?
Yeah, I was a partier and
I see.
and a hockey player, which kind of go hand in hand. So
Oh, no kidding. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, you look athletic.
yeah,
All
a
right.
lot of sports. Yeah.
Great. Okay. Does the sports and music combined? They combined in any way for your rapping at all?
I definitely make a lot of sports references, and I've done like
Okay.
a Tom Brady song here and there.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Okay, we gotta watch one of them. And if you're choosing when we.
Yeah. Well, I'll show you
Halfway through the
a
show.
snippet of my new single for
That's
sure.
great,
For
okay.
sure. But I don't know if this is actually a Tom Brady tattoo, 199. So
Oh, because he was drafted once.
exactly.
Yeah, I know.
So I'm a huge Tom Brady fan. So one time I made a song after he got suspended for Deflategate, which was a joke. I'm sure you agree. And I got on Barstool, so that was pretty cool to be on there.
Barstools. What's that?
Yeah, Barstool Sports. You never heard of Barstool Sports?
Is that
Skateboard
like a
boy.
podcast for sports?
They have a bunch of podcasts now, but yeah, it's been a big website for years. For,
Oh, okay. Well,
like
how did you get on it?
college.
What do you mean you got on it? You got
Someone found the song on YouTube.
Which
and
song
just-
got on it?
And,
Wow.
And wrote a blog about the song and said, "Oh, this is pretty good." And I was like, "Oh, thank
that
you."
was yours.
Yeah.
He wrote it, and and it was you singing it.
Yeah.
All right, now let's break it down. You rapping. When you rap, you say you don't have a guitar. You didn't. I thought today you'd be bringing a guitar or something, anything, or if not that, then at least something that we could listen to. Well, we're not going to listen to anything at all. We're just going to pretend to watch a video about halfway through the show.
Yeah.
But everyone will see it that watches the show.
Yeah.
So what I'm
Yeah.
getting at is how do you get your musical background for you? You just do it without it?
Yeah, I
You
never
just
had
rap
it.
without any music behind you.
No, I've made beats, but for the most part, I find beats from talented people, and I'll listen to dozens and dozens every week, and I'll find some that speak to me, and I
Okay.
think that I can write a story to, and then I always write to music. I never just write like lyrics out. I'm always writing to a
So
song.
the music is in your mind, your brain, basically.
Yeah, kind of. Like I said, like I'll find the beat and then I'll write to that beat. So
Okay.
there's always a headphone in, and I'm always.
Well, so
writing.
you got like one of those machines that creates the beat. Is that it? I mean, I'm just trying to figure out what you use for musical background,
Yeah. So like I said,
if anything.
I've made some myself as far
Okay.
as on the computer.
Okay.
Basically, you can manipulate. They have all the
Oh, yeah,
instruments. and
that's
you can
true.
manipulate the
Yep,
instruments.
yep,
But
that's
for the
true.
most part, there are way more talented people at making the beats. So they'll make the beat. I'll find it and throw them some money for it.
Oh, I
Now
see.
it's my beat to make a song to.
Oh, okay. So you pay for the rights.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Where do you find these people online?
They're all over the place.
They are.
It's a
Okay,
huge
it's easy to reach out to
Oh, yeah,
for a
it's-
beat like that.
Couldn't be easier. Yeah.
Okay, and obviously it's working out for you. You wouldn't be paying them because it must get expensive after a while.
Yeah, they add up. Yeah, but
it's worth it.
It's been over many years, so it's something.
When you did that Tom Brady song, what did you have your background? What was your background? beat
Yeah,
for
there was actually for that one. It was a beat of an already popular song by an old group called the Ghetto Boys. You might know Scarface.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
Yeah, so that was one of their old songs, and
Okay.
I just happened to be listening to that in the car. Actually, it's a funny story on that. So it was right after Deflategate.
Yep.
And I noticed I always liked this song that I was listening to, and I noticed he says, I don't even know the context, but he says check his PSI, and I kind of went, wait a minute, PSI. I'm like, that's what's happening with Brady right now. If you remember, that's what they said. The air had enough didn't have enough psi in the ball. That's why he got suspended.
What's I know I do.
Pound per square inch, I think.
Okay.
Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe.
Wow.
So I just started checking
You are
PSI, and
you're an accurate detailer, aren't you?
Yeah.
Wow.
My brain started working. I said, I think I could do something with this. So I wrote a whole song.
Okay.
And that was fun. So yeah, I was on Barstool. Funny story. I was with this young lady that night, and some girls are fans of mine, and some are not. But some like to pretend they're not, but they are. My point is, I'm with this girl who kind of she liked to scoff at the fact that I made music, and she
you were on a date with you, right?
You could call it that.
You were rendezvousing.
Yeah, we were rendezvousing.
Got it.
Yeah,
Okay.
That's what the kids call it. Yeah.
Yep.
So my point is, she was sitting there. We're watching something, and she must have had it in her head. She must have seen it on Barstool, and she kind of blurted out one of the lyrics. She's like, "Tom Brady." She kind of did, and I went, and she goes, like you could see the horror in her face, like she didn't mean to do it. I'm like, were you just singing Stoop? She's like, no. I'm like, come on, you were.
The way you just saying that, you watch Seinfeld?
I saw you on Facebook. We're Facebook friends.
Yep.
And it tells me when you post in Seinfeldisms.
I do them all the time.
All the time. It's my favorite. It's the best show of all time. It's my favorite show.
You know who Sarah Silverman is, don't you?
Yeah, of course.
My
And
cousin.
She's your cousin.
She's my cousin.
Oh, get out of here. That's
She's on-
awesome.
And of course, she was in bed with Kramer on Seinfeld.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
That's a great. When you chuck
Jimmy
the glass
Legs.
of water.
Jimmy
and
Legs, yeah.
burps.
But the reason I said that is because when you said Tom Brady, it's you know that episode of George Costanza goes by men. Costanza, right?
My favorite show ever.
That's
yeah.
right. Okay,
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
I mean, is that where you got that?
You know what? I
that
didn't
melody?
mean to, but it made
subconsciously.
That made me subconsciously.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
happened, just like Costanza. Yeah, that's funny.
Okay.
No one's ever said that, and that's a good point.
I just noticed it. How could you miss it? As soon as
You're right.
you chimed it, I said, "That's it. That's got to be from that episode with the hat."
Yeah.
You know, the $14,000 hat.
Behind,
Yeah.
Great episode.
It is.
I could do a whole episode with you just on Seinfeld.
I know, absolutely.
I love Seinfeld.
Well, speaking of that, now you seem comedic too. Have you ever done stand-up comedy yourself?
I'd love to. I would absolutely love to. I have not officially done it. I was telling you before the show, I used to mess around with a podcast where we did. I'd like to think I was kind of funny on that, and I'm getting into acting now. But I would love to do just stand-up comedy. I've actually even written stuff on my phone over the last 10 years. I'm like, if I ever do it, this would be a good bit, and I'll put something in my phone. So. If we had to go out tomorrow and go somewhere, I could have I could fill 10 minutes, which would be fun.
Oh, that would be great.
Yeah.
What about the possibility of doing like a stand-up comedy rap song?
Yeah.
I mean, that would be the first one.
That's a good point.
I always try to give advice to my guests that would behoove them sometime down the line.
Yeah, you're right. You definitely see songs, but I don't know if you see a lot of comedy rap.
You don't think Eminem is comical? You don't.
Oh yeah, he can be very.
He's
funny.
as comical as it gets, and he's had such a dark past.
Yeah.
I mean, you know how you know. I mean, it sounds like he was an inspiration to you too.
Yeah, a little bit. I think he's the greatest rapper of all time as far as his delivery and the way he can manipulate words.
Plus, he turned the whole white rap concept on its ear.
Yeah,
Like
I mean,
I
I probably would have never even tried it if not for him. Let's be honest. You know what I mean? But I wouldn't say I try to rap like him or that he's my favorite rapper. But I definitely want to. Got to pay my respects to him. He's unbelievable.
He is.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, because I mean, he has a lot of anger in him too.
Oh yeah.
But he turns it. He makes it funny with his rapping, and he's in some of his songs like the real Slim Shady that he did in 2000.
Yeah.
It's kind of it's kind of raunchy and he uses a lot of swear words.
Yeah.
But it's priceless.
Yeah,
I think it is. No, it's offensive too. I mean, you know what I'm saying. I mean, that's just unfortunately in some circles you got to make that choice. You're going to be offensive and not offensive.
Right.
But if you like it, you got to do what you want. This is the United States of America. You want to be able to communicate your feelings in an artistic way, and you've obviously done that, and you obviously do it all. Well, let's talk about some of your material. I mean, are you offensive when you do your rap? Do you say things?
I would say back in the early days, I was more kind of like that, kind of like the jokingly offensive type lyrics.
Okay.
And like I said, I kind of transitioned into more storytelling. So there are still some lines that I'm sure some people might have a problem with, but now it's almost always a dramatic sort of love story or breakup story.
Okay.
And that's sort of the thing I kind of have to manipulate more with my life because I haven't had a lot of that, other than maybe one girl a long time ago. I haven't really had a lot of heartbreak or anything, but I love writing about it for some reason. I'm drawn to drama.
People like it, you know that.
Yeah, I'm just drawn to the drama, and I don't know why, because I'm not a dramatic person myself.
Well, guess what? We're halfway through the show. We're going to watch a snippet of your work. So without further ado, folks, check it out. We'll be right back.
So fair like paradise. we don't need yours. Always come together, baby, we don't keep score. Save every drop when I rip the reward. So broke kids, now I lost the door. Tell my heart stop, I'ma rock with you. In a couple years, I'll tie the knot with you. I don't want a life if it's not with you.
Oh, that was great. Tell me about it. What did we just watch?
Okay, so that was my new single, Paradise. That's one of my favorite songs
Okay.
I've ever done. So this is actually, I told you I'm working on a show.
Yep.
And the reason I'm working on a show
When you say working on a show, you mean like what kind of show again?
So it's gonna be based on my life. A lot like the music, I'm gonna be manipulating the story to,
Well, wait a minute. I hold up a second. When you say a show, are you talking about like
like a
what I do?
scripted TV show. No, I'm talking about a scripted TV
Oh, a
show.
scripted TV show. Got it. Okay.
Right.
Yep.
So I'll rewind.
Okay, go ahead.
I started making music videos the last couple years,
Yep.
and I really enjoyed being on camera and even just delivering my lines from the song
Yep.
was fun. And I said, well, it'd be really fun to act out and like do a whole story.
Yep.
So I came up with the idea for, okay, I'll do a visual album, and that was the idea originally.
Yep.
And so I took some acting classes, and that went very well because I wanted to make sure I could
In
act.
Fitchburg State or somewhere else?
No, online. to
Online,
some
got it,
classes.
okay.
Yeah, just
Yep.
local. I wanted to make sure I could actually act before I went out and did it. So
Okay.
I did a couple, and it went very well. So I said, okay, I think I can do this. So I started writing out a concept for a show, a movie actually. And then I said, you know what, let me condense this more to a show so I can kind of move episode by episode, yada, yada, yada. The long story short is this song, Paradise, I wrote it for the show, for my character in the show, Stoop.
Okay.
It is going to be called Stoop, and it is about Stoop, but, not... We're going to bend the truth a little bit, is my point. And when I worked with... I'm on this website where you can talk to actors about, casting your show and all that.
Okay.
And I found this very talented singer/actor. His name's El Terrell. You can hear him on the song. And
Where does he live? I mean, what time?
he's in Atlanta, actually.
Okay.
So he's off in Atlanta.
Yep.
And he's crazy talented, and he makes his own music, and he
Yep.
acts. And
Okay.
I said, hey, I sent him the song, and it was funny. Normally, I'll send someone a song and say, here it is. This is exactly how I want you to do it. Please do this. On this one, I sent it to him, and I said, hey, my chorus here, my hook, just not hitting right. Do you think maybe you could try it? And instead of really doing the hook, he just kind of added his own background, almost like his own flavor to the song. So over the song, he just goes over the whole thing and adds to it as if he and I were in the studio together. And
Okay.
it just sounds great.
All right, now you found him online, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, and you
yeah.
haven't actually met him in person. You've done everything online.
Yeah, but we text all the time. We're good friends. He's
Okay.
a really good guy. Yeah, yeah.
And how long have you been in contact with him?
Just since the summer. 'Cause I
Okay, so
started doing
just a
this
few
in the
months.
summer.
I mean,
Yeah,
summer just ended. About 3 weeks ago.
Yeah,
Oh, cool.
yeah.
All right, wow. Now let's talk about the show a little bit more in depth. Are you gonna, like we were just talking about Seinfeld? Are you gonna bring in new people, like characters in the show that are gonna be regulars?
Yeah, that's the plan. We're filming 6 days from now. We're filming a scene in Worcester on Tuesday.
Cool.
So yeah, I want to have.
Tell me as much about it as you can without giving too much away.
Yeah, and I don't mind to give it away.
Well, all right, then give it all away.
Give it all away, but still watch it.
Yeah, of course.
So it's going to be called Stoop, which is me.
Yep.
What we're going to do is basically open up with almost like a true Hollywood story. Maybe I'll have you be the.
I'll be happy. I'll show up there.
Yeah, that'd be fun. Maybe I
the
can
day
have
that I'm doing the show, I'll pop in.
That'd be cool.
All
That'd be
right.
Cool. So we'll open up almost with like interviews in the future of talking about Stoop in the past tense.
Okay.
And it'll be some good stuff and some bad stuff, and I envision the first episode opening up with, well, what went wrong? Since, he was a big star, but what went wrong? And then we'll flash all the way back to, basically the present. And we'll show a struggling rapper, Stoop, going through all his struggles and all that. Then he goes to a concert, he gets noticed by a record executive, gets signed. So we'll show his rise
Okay.
in
Wow.
the music industry. All the while, it's a dramedy, if you will, drama and comedy. So
All right. Well, in order to do like a retroactive piece, which is what it sounds like, going back in time. Are you going to take different people and make younger versions of yourself, to play younger versions of
yeah,
yourself?
if I go that far back in time, yeah.
I mean, you're going to have to. You say you're 33.
Well, so the present is what we're focused on, but we'll have
Yeah, but
interviews.
you're basing it on. You're going to have like flashback scenes all
Yeah,
throughout
yeah,
the
yeah.
beginning, right? So you're
Right.
going to need people. Either that, or you're going to, unless there's ways of what do they call that?
CGI.
computer generated.
CGI.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not in the budget right now.
It isn't. Yeah, but isn't it?
Maybe
I
if we
thought it
get
was
picked
easy.
up by
I thought it'd be
HBO.
easy to do though. I don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
what do you call it? Photoshopping something?
Yeah, there might be a way. You're right.
Or maybe getting a big wig for yourself. Maybe I'm guessing you had longer hair as a younger guy. But you,
Yeah, this thing's kind
the
of
mohawk was
went.
kind
The
of
stoop hawk, I call it.
Okay.
This thing's kind of come and went. But yeah, no. So I envision, just like a few years into the future, when we talk about the past, it's only a few years back. It's a quick rise to fame for Stoop, which
Right.
is almost what ends up being his downfall. You know what I mean?
Okay.
He doesn't
yeah,
handle
but
the
this
success
is
well.
going to be a regular sitcom kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's
All
it.
right. Well, so what I'm getting at now is what kind of people are you going to be adding as his supporting people?
So this is how I met Liz.
Oh, okay.
There is a
Is she going to be in
website-
it too?
She is.
Cool.
She's playing my mother.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
beautiful.
And so I met her through another girl, Christina, who's a great friend
Okay.
who I met doing this. I've met so many great people. And like I said, there's just websites and you can reach out to people on, kind of like people reach out to you on Facebook for this show.
Yeah.
I'll reach out to people that are in acting groups and I'll say, hey, I got this project. Would you like to be a part of it? And, you reach out to enough people, you meet some people, we talk and
Yeah.
come up with some characters for them. And that's how I've met a lot of talented people like Liz.
Like Liz. Okay.
Yeah.
So she's going to play your mother. Do you have any? Now, what about the deal with Fitchburg State? Are you going to relive that? Going back to your college days.
Yeah, we might have some references to college. I don't know if we'll even call it Fitchburg State. We might get in
Well,
trouble.
no,
as
you
far
wouldn't
as
have to
that,
call it, but I'm just saying have
but,
like little frat party goofs and stuff
yeah,
like that.
Yeah. It's going to be loosely based on my life, so there's
Right.
definitely going to be a lot of true things that happened in the show mixed in with some,
In a way, you're kind of like the second coming of Jerry Seinfeld. He didn't seem to have much drama growing up either that we know about.
That's the nicest thing anyone's ever said about me. Thank you.
Well, you just said it yourself. You said you didn't have much drama growing up.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
good. I'm happy. I'm happy to know someone that hasn't. And most of the people that I interview come in here and say, "Oh, my father was a drug addict." I had a comedian on here over the summer. My mother, he died. I don't know. She had all kinds of. She was a great guest. They still play the show very regularly on Area 58 TV here. So that's fine though. It's really nice to actually see it. It's possible to actually not have drama as a kid.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very great family.
I
great
take it as a
family,
kid. I take it when you were growing up, you got along well with people. You didn't get picked on or anything in school or any of that.
No.
Wow.
No.
Because I just the opposite. I did not get along well with my family, and I got picked on constantly.
sorry.
And I was suicidal at one point. I'm not anymore. But I'm just saying, we all take different roads in life.
Yeah.
Hopefully, we can still arrive at the high one eventually when when it's
Hey, we
time to
both
check
ended
out.
up here, right? We took different routes, but we're both here.
We're both here. I know.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm
Well,
happy you're doing well.
so tell me about you're gonna be shooting. What day of the week are you shooting this stuff? When's the next?
This next shoot is on Tuesday, but it's kind of just a random thing whenever we can all do it. Everyone's got their own lives and all that.
Right, but have you got a planned location and time on Tuesday?
Yeah, we have everything set.
Okay.
I've seen that we're a place we're filming at, time, everything's all set, so yeah.
Oh, cool. Okay, and that's just how long so that's just going to be I assume, and you're not really sure about how long it's going to take to shoot one scene. Obviously, that's how it is.
Yeah, the last one took a few hours.
Oh, you've already started.
Yeah, we've already filmed 2 scenes.
Okay.
We've got about 10 minutes of time done for the pilot. I'm
Okay.
trying to condense it down. Like I've been told, like people like Liz who are in the business,
Yep.
she said, hey, try to keep it to 15. There's no way I'm going to keep it at 15, but I'm at least trying to keep it to 25, 30 max. But I'm trying to really
30 max. 30 what?
minutes. I'm trying to.
Oh, you're talking about making the show that long?
Yeah, the
okay.
pilot. I'm trying to. Yeah.
Okay. No, that's
ideally
cool.
it's a half hour program to me, but half hour these days means what, like 23 to 25 minutes.
Oh yeah, right, because you have commercials.
Right.
Well, so where are you shooting? You have several locations in mind, or just one?
Yeah, I just got a new spot. It's just this little hookah lounge / cigar bar, but
okay.
it's got a great spot for the basement looks like a nice concert venue actually, so that's
Okay.
what I need for the pilot episode.
Right, exactly, because you're gonna be you're gonna be performing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what time of day is it gonna be? We gonna
That's next
Tuesday.
Tuesday night. We're doing it at night. Yeah,
Nighttime, huh?
Nighttime, yeah.
Well, maybe I'll pop in if it's all right. If you give me the address, I'll
Yeah,
check
absolutely.
it out.
Absolutely, I'd love to have you.
I mean, I'm just saying, if you're looking for extras, I don't know. People.
Yeah, for this scene, actually, it's just a little bar scene, so I'd love to have people around the bar. But
Okay.
yeah, I'd love to even have you, as a character on the show as well, if you want.
Well, if I have time, I'm pretty busy with this, but
right.
we'll, maybe I could be like, you remember that first episode of Seinfeld, one of the first ones with Joe Hornig, the guy with the ping pong table?
The first season's the only season. When I go back and rewatch, I just skip over the first season.
Oh,
To-
but you
to
should.
me, it
There
was-
was some pretty funny episodes in the
Yeah,
first season.
it gets so much better to me that I'm like,
Yeah,
I waste my time
well,
with first.
well, then you missed out on this one character.
I know of them, but
Well, Joe Hornig in Seinfeld, he was a guy that had a ping pong table that Jerry grew up with, and he kept trying to, he and Jerry used to go play ping pong in his house. This was filmed in 1990, I remember.
Yeah.
It was like probably in the summer of 1990, maybe the spring, and then he wanted to hang out with Jerry, but Jerry didn't like him because he was too self-centered, and then he tried to tell him tactfully at Monk's Diner that he's not going to see him anymore, and he started to cry.
oh, yeah, I remember
It was
this
so
one. Yeah.
funny.
Yeah,
And he was only on one episode, but that's the kind of thing I could do.
Yeah, you know what else bothered me is they switched Jerry's father.
I know, that's
love
right, that
Morty.
first
I love the
episode.
new guy, but the old guy,
Yeah.
he sucked.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, guess what? We're down to the final 5 minutes of the show.
Awesome.
I made it go by. So what I should have told you before, but I can tell you now, is that what I want you to do is look at the camera with the red light and give shouts out to people. They're going to see the show, and then we'll wrap it up the way we began it with mine, just with my music. But just do it, condense them, do it quickly, and like you start with Liz, your family members,
Yeah.
people that are going to be doing your filming on Tuesday or whatever. And that'll do it. So.
Yeah, shout out to everyone, who supported me over the years, really. My family, friends, fans, anybody. I like to joke around and say my dozens of fans, because it's not a big number, obviously. But
I'm getting there.
But hey, you mean the world to me. Everyone that's, when I come out with a new album, I don't get 1 million downloads, but just those dozens or hundreds or thousands, whatever, they mean everything to me. They mean the world to me. So everyone that texts me, hey, nice new song, nice new album, appreciate it. All my new actors and actresses that have been helping me on the show, director Nolan, everybody, I really appreciate everybody. And thank you for having me. If I forgot anybody, I apologize. But
Boy, you're bringing
Yeah,
back
it's
to
fun.
mind that song by Tony Braxton from 1993. You mean the world to me.
I know
You
Unbreak My
are my
Heart.
everything. That's awesome.
I was
Okay.
more of a Whitney Houston fan.
I'm too. I like them all. All right. Well, now before we wrap the show up, number one, if you had a good time with me, I'm hoping you did. I'd love to. If you can get more people to come in and do my show, that would be great. You have my numbers. I'm an open book. Have them text me, call me, whatever.
Absolutely.
And number two, before we totally wrap it up officially, is there anything on the horizon that you've overlooked, you might have forgotten, that you want to mention real quick? Any projects that you, other than the film in Worcester, that you got going on? And if not, that's fine. But I just want to double check with.
Yeah, no, the show is ongoing. So
It is.
any actor or actress watching this, if you are local and you love to act, definitely reach out to me. Like I said, I'm at Stoop the Rapper everywhere. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, YouTube, everywhere. So find me, message me. I'd love to have you on the show. I just look for talented people, and then I kind of cater the character to that person rather than trying to write in some character and then trying to find them, a needle in a haystack. I like to meet, a talented person like you, and I say, I can make something up for you. You know?
Exactly. And I like to meet talented people too, and that's why I'm always looking for more guests in the talented pool.
Yep.
All right. Well, you did a great job with me, Stoop.
Thank you.
All right. Well, on that note, we're going to wrap the show up. You ready to
Let's
zip
do
it?
it. Let's
Okay,
do it.
folks. Thanks for watching Topic Time. More great episodes to follow. See you next time. Have a good one. Bye.